Hi, my name is Lauren, and in a couple of weeks' time I am finally going to be flying to Tokyo with my boyfriend Rory. So we've been really excited for this trip. It's a completely dream destination. In this video I just want to show you a little bit about how we planned the trip and what we've got to look forward to. We are going in the off-peak season, so we did get our flights at a very good deal. They were around £475 each, and that's going from London Heathrow with a short transit in Beijing. I think it's around 3 hours, and then a flight to Haneda, which I think is the one which is quite close to Tokyo city centre. So to find our flights at a really good deal, we used Skyscanner, which is an app where you can use it on the website, and it compares all the different flights that are going. So what we did is we went onto the website and pressed from United Kingdom, because we weren't too bothered about where we flew from, because you can actually get cheaper flights that way. And then I put Tokyo, and then we actually searched any time because we weren't too fussed about when we went. And then you can either search cheapest or direct. I definitely recommend using Skyscanner if you're not too sure on where to start with flights and you're not too bothered about what airline you fly with. We're flying with Air China, and we're going to be receiving meals on the flight, and it includes luggage. So we are staying for 8 nights in total in Tokyo, and we decided to stay in Shibuya because we felt like a lot of the things we wanted to do, we were in that area. And we found our hotel through using Google Hotel Search. So I was first just looked for the area we wanted, and then filtered by price and dates. And then we found the hotel chain called, I think it's APA or APA, and we're staying in the Ryogoku Eki Tower. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the hotel does look really nice. It's just that from research, all the hotel rooms are quite small in Tokyo just because of how dense the city is. So we're not expecting a huge room, but we don't really expect to spend a lot of time in the hotel, so we don't mind too much. But we are also planning a little bit of a Disney stay while we're in Tokyo. So we have also booked the Toy Story hotel for 1 night. We're going to have both hotels on the go, but it means that we can just pack a backpack for our Disney stay, and we don't have to take our suitcases. So the Toy Story hotel was a little bit more difficult to book because I think it's so in demand and people want to go to that hotel because it's relatively new. So we had to book, I think it was 3 to 4 months in advance, and then pay a small deposit and the rest on arrival. And the website was quite clunky on our phones, so we found that the best option was on a laptop. If you were also looking at going to Tokyo and you are wanting to do some of the more famous activities, there is definitely a few that we've pre-booked, which I'd also suggest pre-booking quite far in advance because they do get booked up really quickly. So the things that we've had to book in advance are Disney Sea and Disneyland, Shibuya Sky, any Team Lab reservations, so we're going to be doing the borderless one, the street carts, which is the Mario go-karting through the Tokyo city, and also we're going to be doing the Tokyo City observation deck. If you are going to Tokyo anytime soon and you would like to do Shibuya Sky at the sunset time slot, you will need to be on the website when they release the tickets because they go very fast. So they release them 28 days before the day you're trying to book for. So I actually missed the sunset time slot, and we're going to be having to do it in the evening. And also, if you would like to do the street carts, which is the go-karting around the city, you will need an international driving permit. So basically what we had to do was go and get a passport style photograph from just like the kiosks you see on the side, and then also take your driving licence to your nearest pay point that does the international driving permit. So it costs £5.50 each, and someone in store, it was at our local convenience store, but they will just look at your details and stick your photograph in the international driving permit and stamp and sign it for you. But the street carts won't let you book on unless you've got that with you. So I think on the day you also still need to take your license and passport, otherwise they won't let you drive, unfortunately. Because there is so much that has gone into organising Tokyo, and it's completely a different city for both of us, we have actually started using a new app that I've never used before. So it's called Wanderlog, and it's a free app that can be shared with everybody that's in your trip. Within the app, you can put all of your flight details. So whenever you get a reservation on your email, you can actually forward it to the email they provide. I think it's like trip at something, like just a generic email, and it picks up that it's yours, and they add it to your file automatically, and it pulls through all the details. So all of our flight details are on here. I'm not going to open and share them. We've also got our hotels, and it also pulls through like an AI assisted itinerary for you, which you can use, but I've done my own instead. So on the itinerary section, you can break down each of your days. So for example, I've got a travel day, 2 travel days, and then if I open this up, you can actually order the things that you're doing. So I've just put kind of areas of interest of what we want to do, and then any bookings, you can also add the time and how much they cost. So if I go to Friday, we've got the street carts at 12:30 till 2:30, and that cost £97 for the 2 of us. And then after that, we've got Team Lab Borderless at 6 p.m, and that was £39. And then as you go into them, it gives you more details like the address, the website, the phone number, and you can also attach any tickets you've got. So essentially, you can just be in Tokyo, open this app, and know exactly where you're going, what the reservation numbers are, what time you need to be there. And if you pay a small deposit and then have to pay a little bit more when you get there, you can add the price. It also links to a map, so you can press map here, and it'll take you to the map within the app. And I'm pretty sure within the map as well, it shows you between what points you've got that day, how far away they are from one another, and they number them for you. There's also the Explore tab, which just shows you a little bit more about what they recommend, where you could go. And then also the Money tab, which basically splits everything that you've been tracking. So for example, I've got Tokyo, Disney Sea, Disneyland, Shibuya. I've got my flights, which were £943 for 2 of us. Our parking for the airport, and our dog care. You can literally track anything. You can track what you've been eating if you really want to see a breakdown. So I'm pretty sure they have breakdowns here. Yep, so it does break it down too, so you can see based on what category how much you've spent the most. And also day by day. So at the minute, as you can see, I've spent a lot on the 18th, but that's because our flights cost so much. As well as the app, although it's got its own map, I've actually created a Google map where I've pinned all the locations that we're going to be needing day to day. So things like our hotel, the nearest 7-Eleven, train stations, the airport, any activity we've booked or just places we want to go, I've saved them down and pinned them into different categories. So it just means that if we need to get somewhere quickly, we don't have to try to find the address. We've already got it saved on the map, and we just need to click on it. So, and I'm pretty sure you can just save down offline version of the map too. So if you find that you've got no signal, it's okay because you've got your offline map. Also, the maps are really good if you've got any dietary requirements. So I'm vegetarian, and I've done a little bit of research of emergency restaurants in case I'm struggling. So I'll also add those to the map and hopefully find one in each area. So trying to figure out what we actually wanted to do before making the itinerary and booking activities was actually quite hard, because if you scroll through TikTok and YouTube when you're starting to plan the trip, it's really overwhelming So I created a trip planner printout which can be used for any destination, not just Tokyo. So you can write down any ideas you've got, what kind of budget you want to set, places you want to go, emergency contacts you need. So if you would like a copy of that, it is completely free, and I've put it in the description below. Me and Rory really do both like Disney. So we've been to Disneyland Paris together, and I've been to Disney World in Florida with my family. So when we saw that Japan had a Disney, we both got really excited and we knew we had to do one of the parks. So originally we were just going to do Disney Sea, and then after watching vlogs and people on YouTube just having an amazing time with the Beauty and the Beast ride, we decided that we literally just couldn't miss out on doing both. So we have booked tickets for both, and pleasantly, these parks are actually quite cheaper compared to the other Disney parks. So it was around £40 to £50 per person per park. So you can book up to 2 months in advance for your Disney tickets. So I think in peak seasons, it can be a bit of a struggle trying to get the tickets, but as we're going in February, it wasn't hard at all, and we just did it on our phones. It was really easy. Also pre-downloaded the Disney app, which does show kind of queue times. You can pre-order food and your tickets are on there, and looking from other people's reviews, it does look really efficient, so that should be really good at helping us plan what we're kind of going to do while we're at Disney as well. So from doing my research on Tokyo, I saw everyone saying that you need the Suica card to get around. So I have had a look before we go to see what it's like, and it does look really easy. So I'll show you what I've found so far. You go to your wallet and press the plus sign, and then press travel card, and you can just search for Suica. And then you just enter how much you want to charge it up for. So you can put 1,000 yen, 3,000, 5,000, and then you can just top it up as you need to. I've also seen people saying you can use it for vending machines as well, or in certain shops. The only thing we did find is that my boyfriend's got a Huawei phone, and after doing some research, you can't use it on Android or Google phones. It's only Apple. To get around that, we're going to have to get a hard, like a actual card for him from the airport. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have an Apple phone, you might struggle putting it onto your digital wallet. So the hardest bit about going on holiday is we have to leave our dogs Casper and Arlo at home, but we do have a dog sitter which we use throughout the year, and they love him. He always takes them on really nice walks. We get loads of photos and videos while we're gone. I'm hoping they'll be okay, but I'm sure they will be, because he always takes them on the most amazing walks, and they get to see other dogs as well, so I'm sure they'll love it. If you are interested in Tokyo or are going anytime soon, please do subscribe to the channel, because I'll be uploading everything while we're there. Let me know in the comments if you have any travel tips for Tokyo and if you're going there anytime soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next videos. Bye.